Hello everybody and welcome to today's webinar on calf registration and movements in Herdwatch. My name is Owen Maloney and I'm Head of Member Experience here at Herdwatch. So look, just before we actually get into the webinar and take you through how you actually register your calves and record your movements really easily using the Heartwatch app. If you do have any questions or queries throughout the webinar, we do have a live interactive chat running. So do feel free to, if you have any questions or if you have any queries throughout the webinar, send us a little message on the chat. The guys are on hand there to help out and answer basically any questions or queries that you might have. So do feel free to use the chat. Depending on whether you're on your phone or on your laptop, it'll be at the bottom of your screen, or it may be on the right hand side of your screen. So do use it. I will try and leave a couple of minutes just at the end of the webinar as well to answer any questions or queries that you have asked throughout the webinar that have been asked an awful lot. So I will try and cover those off as well just before the end. But like I said, do use the chat and the guys will get back to you with questions and answers. So before we do start as well, we're just going to give you a couple of slides here to give you an idea of some statistics and achievements of Herdwatch up to date. So as it stands, we've over 12,000 members using the Herdwatch app and platform across all our markets, which include the UK, Northern Ireland, and of course over here in Ireland as well. We've over 1.6 million animals synced into our system over the past couple of years. And we recently hit a big milestone where we've over 1.3 million calves registered now through the Herdwatch system. We also have over 10 million records securely backed up and recorded on the system over the past couple of years, including the likes of medicine records, weights, movements, calf registrations, and others. So for anybody out there who maybe has tuned in today and that still isn't 100% sure of what exactly Herdwatch is and what it is we do, Herdwatch is just a very simple and easy to use app which allows you to reduce your farm paperwork and helps you to make better decisions on your farm. So essentially it's allowing you to spend less time recording your compliance paperwork, makes life an awful lot easier and saves a lot of time and really gives you back time to do probably the more important things that you feel on, be it on your farm or even spending more time at home with your family. So no more evenings spent on your paperwork, which is the last thing anybody wants to be doing when they go home last thing in the day. The beauty of Herdwatch is it does allow you to record on the spot as well and get the job recorded fast. So your phone is in your pocket when you're on the farm. So whenever anything happens, it's there and you can just use it to get your medicines or your calves registered and gives you that peace of mind that you're being compliant on the spot too. Another benefit of having Herdwatch is that you can access your records then anywhere, anytime. So having the phone in your pocket, it just gives you, all the information about all the animals in your herd, what you've recorded for them, and even for small things like maybe checking the age of an animal. You can just pull out your phone, pop into the Herdwatch app, and find that information straight away without having to dig into any paperwork or bookwork. So what exactly are we going to cover on today's webinar? So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how easy it is to actually register a calf using the Herdwatch app. Following on from that, I know that there's a lot of farmers that are maybe buying or selling animals or moving animals on and off their farm. So with Herdwatch, one of the benefits and features that are offered is the ability to do your movements on, your movements off, and your movements in on the farm. So Herdwatch does allow you to do that. So we'll show you how to record a movement out and how to record a movement in. And as I said a couple of minutes ago, we'll just leave some time at the end to answer some of the questions that you've asked throughout the webinar, and also to just take you through a couple of ways of getting in touch with us and following us, socially, to see some of the content that we have there that will help you an awful lot as well. So I'm just going to move on now and actually open up Herdwatch, and we'll get into starting to record our calf registrations and our movements. So just give me 1 second here, and we'll open up the Herdwatch for you. So here we go. I know that many of you who are set up on Heartwatch will be very familiar with our home screen here. You can see all your icons here, the likes of your My Herd compliance icon, My Herd for checking out all the animals that are in your herd, and all your other icons are there to check what you've recorded in the app. But essentially, when you want to do anything new in Heartwatch, record anything new, your start point is always going to be down here in the bottom right hand corner, your orange plus button. I like to call it the do something button or the action button. So when I click on, or when you click on this button, it gives you a list of options of what you can record in Herdwatch. So very quick and very easy. So when I click on that, I can see that the second option that I have here is add or register a calf. So I'm just going to pop in here and click on that. Now, a little top tip that I have is that if you are actually recording your breeding, be it your serves or your heats or your PDs in Herdwatch, what will happen when you click on add or register a calf is all your cows that are due to calf will show up here in the list for you. So you can just select the cow from the list, which will create a calf registration with the dam and the sire that was used on that particular cow added in automatically for you. So it makes the registration a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. It's just one of the benefits we have of using Herdwatch and obviously availing of the breeding feature that we have there as well. For this particular calf registration, I am just going to create a brand new calf from scratch. I don't have any breeding records in here. So I'm just going to click on add a new calf. And the first thing I need to do is then just select the gender of my calf. So you can pick your male or your female calf. This particular one, I'm just going to go with female. And what happens now is it just opens up the actual calf registration for me where I can fill out the details and save before registering. So just I suppose a tip or what to look out for here is you can see some of the headings here are actually colored orange and have an asterisk at the start. So these are the ones that are required and you do have to actually fill out in order to be able to register your calf. So the first one is gender, and as I did a second ago, I just picked female, so that's already done for me. I suppose another really cool feature that we have within Herdwatch, especially if you're using it on your phone or on your tablet, is the ability to actually scan the animal's tag or the calf's tag, which will put in the full tag number of the calf for you automatically. So I suppose it saves you having to type it in manually, and it cuts down on the amount of input you have to do. So if you're on your phone, or if you're on your tablet, just use the scan tag. If your tag actually has a barcode on it, the app when it opens up the camera, it'll read the barcode and it'll pop in the number here for you automatically. Just because I'm on the laptop, I will have to obviously just type it in manually, but just put in the rest of your tag number like that as well if you need to. You don't have to scan it if you don't want. Next field down then is our actual date of birth. So you can see that it's put in today's date by default. So if the calf has been born a couple of days ago, you can move the date back, you know, a week or so if that was the case. Just watch out for it. Next field down then is just picking my cow. So dam field here. Click in. When I click in here, it shows me a list of all the cows, all the females that are in my herd. So another little tip that we have is instead of having to scroll down along all your cows to find the actual cow that's calved, if you have her number, you can just type it in here at the top. So 00191. And you can see that it filters the list and finds the cow that's after calving for me. And I just click on her to select her, and it's added her into the dam field here. So there's my cow selected. Keep going down along. Most of the rest of the fields are actually optional. So if they're not orange, they're optional fields and they're not actually required for your registration. What you do need to the last one is actually your sire breed and your breed of your calf. Now this can be done manually, or if you're using your AI or your stock bull, it'll calculate it for you. So this particular calf is going to be registered off a bull. So I clicked into the sire list here. Same as the dam list, it brings up all my males. My stock bulls are here at the top. I'm just going to pick our Angus bull here. And you can see that it's actually filled in the sire breed and the breed of the calf for me automatically. So that's all I need to do in terms of creating my calf. If I'm happy enough, I can just click save. And once it's saved, it'll ask me, do I want to register the calf straight away? So if you were to click OK here, it'll pop you up a little window asking you for a couple of digits of your 6-digit PIN, which is being emailed to you. And if you click OK there, pop in your PIN, it'll go straight through to the department, to APHIS if you're in the north, and to BCMS if you're in the UK. And that's it, your calf is registered and the job is done. Now, if you want to check or double check the details before you send off the registration, you can just click Not Now, which is what I've done here. And it just brings me to like a synopsis screen where I can see all the details of the calf that I've put in. So my tag number, you know, the breed, the dam, and the sire. So I can just review that and make sure I'm happy enough before I actually then click on the Register Calf Now button. So if you are happy enough, you just click on Register Calf Now and pop in your PIN number, and that will send your calf through to the department, and you'll get your passport sent out to you in the post for your calf within a couple of days. And it really is as simple as that. That's your calf registration done and dusted, and you can just move on then and register your next calf, or if it's just the one calf, happy enough that the job is done. So I'm just going to go home here, and I'm going to move on to actually recording your movements in the app. So there's a couple of different movements that you can record on Herdwatch. So I'll just take you through a few here. Start point again is always going to be down here in the bottom right hand corner. So if I click on my orange plus button, your movements come under your compliance events. So I'm going to this time click on record a medicine or compliance event. And you can see that you have other options here, the likes of your medicines and treatments, fee purchases, and even recording missing tags. But I'm just going to click in here to movements. And the first thing I'm going to do is go and record a movement on. So if an animal has moved onto your herd, you can record your movement on registration. Select your date, so it'll same as your calf registration, defaults to today's date. Your movement type is selected for you. Another tip that we have here is that if it's somebody that you buy animals off regularly or sell, you can add them as a buyer in Herdwatch, so you don't have to, type in their name or their holding number every single time, or their herd number. So if you click in here, you can see that we have a buyer in here already that we buy off regularly. So I'm just going to select herself and click next. So at this point, you need to just create the animal. So there's no animal here. I need to actually select create animal here. Now, another tip that we have is if you've received the passport for the animal as part of the movement on, you can actually use the scan facility again by clicking scan tag number, which will open the camera on your phone, and you scan the passport. It'll have the barcode at the top, which will put in the tag number of the animal automatically for you, and then the rest of that reconciles with BCMS to bring down your, the breed of the animal, the age, the date of birth, and all the other details that are on BCMS or on the department side will come down automatically for you if you do scan the number. Obviously, I can't use the scan here on the laptop, so I'm just going to click on From Other Herd, which is the other option you can use. And from here, I can just type in my tag number if you're not scanning 3. And the date moved in, I can just say it's today. If it was a couple of days ago, you can change the date back. Same as before, you have your orange headings here with the asterisks that are required. So once I have the tag number and the date, I can just select save. And it's just popping up here, animal created and selected. And do you want to create a movement for another one? So if there was a second animal, or if there was more than one animal moving on at the same time, you could just select yes here and go ahead and do the exact same thing again. And all the animals would line up here in a row for you. So if it's just the one, you can click no and just send that movement off. If there is other animals to be created as part of the movement on, you can just select yes, create a new animal, and either scan it on or add the animal in manually. So I'm just going to select no for this one and save, because I'm happy enough it's just the one animal. And once I save, the last thing I just need to do is just actually send the movement on to BCMS. So very same as calf registration, I just click on the big orange button there that says send to BCMS. I pop in my PIN number, and that will send the movement on to BCMS for you. And it saves you having to log online or do any of the old ways of recording your movements on. Just makes life an awful lot easier and saves a lot of time. So that's as easy it is for your movement on. I'm also just going to show you how to record a movement off. So when I go back to the home screen, just start again, same as always, orange plus button at the bottom, record a medicine or compliance event, and I select animal movements again. This time I'm going to actually select the movement off instead of on, so movement off registration. And you can see that the date is already pre-filled for me. I do need to select this time what type of a movement off it is. So is it actually just a movement off, or is it a debt? So for this particular instance, I just select movement off and I click next. So this brings me into my herd list. So from here, all I need to do is select the animal or the animals that are moving off my farm. So you can scroll down along your herd list here, but obviously we have the filter here, which is a little tip that we have. So if you know what the animal's number is, type it in at the top and they'll pop up for you, and you can just click on them to select them. You know they're selected because the color changes from the gray to orange, and you have your little tick here on the left hand side to know. Another way to check is that in brackets it'll tell you select animals, and it'll have 1 of the total number of animals in your herd. And if you select second, it'll go to 2 and 3 and so on. And once you're happy enough that you have the animals selected, you just click save again, And the same as our movement on registration, all you need to do at this point is then just send to BCMS. Okay, so once you do that, your movement off registration will be recorded and go straight directly to BCMS, or in Northern Ireland it will go to APHIS. So that's really as easy as it is, everybody, to record your movements on Herdwatch, and also how to register your calves. Herdwatch is all about making your life easier, as I said, and cutting out your paperwork. So I'm just going to see if there has been many questions coming from the guys so far. Okay, there's somebody has asked a question about recording twin registration. So that is something that can be done absolutely through Herdwatch. There is just a couple of things to watch out for here when you are registering your twin calves. So you create they have to be created separately. Obviously, they're two different calves. So you create your first calf and you register it completely as normal, as I did a couple of minutes ago. When it comes to the second calf, you create your registration the same as normal. Pick the same cow. One thing to watch out for is make sure, and I know you probably all do this anyway, but make sure you have the same date of birth for both the calves, because it can obviously cause problems if you don't have the same date of birth if they're twin calves. When you go to save the second registration, Herdwatch will prompt you that you've selected that cow or that dam on a previous calf. So it's like a little warning or a prompt that we've built in there for you. But there is a continue button which does allow you to proceed along. So if it is a twin calf, just click continue on that dam and it'll save the calf and allow you to register as normal. So that's all you need to watch out for there on your twin calves. Another question here was how to record a calving. So if you want to actually record a calving for a cow but not register the calf, that is something that can be done as well. So it's the same process as normal, and there's just one or two things to watch out for here. So you do just start with your orange plus button and you go add or register a calf as normal and add a new calf. You can select your gender if you'd like it. I don't think it really matters, but you can select female. The important thing here is to obviously not put in a tag number, okay? So you can leave the tag number as it is. You don't have to finish off the tag for your cow, or sorry, for your calf. Do select the cow though that has calved. So for this particular instance, you can pick a cow and fill in all the other details as normal. And then you can obviously, as I said, leave this empty here. If it was an abortion or a stillbirth, you can fill out this field here. You can select abortion. You can select dead at birth as part of the registration. And then you can save the calf. And then there's an option via the magic wand. So save the calf, and in the top corner, click on the magic wand and mark it off herd. And that will just move that calf that you've created into your off herd list. And it essentially also records a calving for that cow. So it'll take her out of your breeding list as well. If she's in a due to calf list, it'll take her out because you haven't now a calf created against her. Another question is how to actually find the off-herd animals in Herdwatch. So that's a really, really easy thing to do. So from the home screen, if you click into My Herd, this shows you all the list of all the animals that are in your herd at the moment. So if you just click on Filter and Sort, there's a moved out option here. And that will show you all the list of the animals that have left your herd since you started using Herdwatch. That's all you need to do there. So you can find animals if they've moved out of your herd, and you can see all the details that you've recorded for them. So that's pretty much it, everyone, in terms of the demoing. Just before we finish, I am just going to show you how to get in contact with us. So the first thing to note here is that you do have the message center here on the home screen. So if you are in the app and you need some help or you're not sure or something, click on the message center, type us a little message, and one of the support team will pick that up and respond to your query. If not that same day, on the next working day. So do use the message center. It's a really handy tool. You can also give us a call. We have support hours Monday to Friday 9 to 5. Our number is 020-377-32763. You can also follow us on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram, and you can send us DMs on any of those, and we can get back in contact with you if you'd like. We do have a lot of content on the likes of our YouTube channel as well, so do please have a look at our YouTube page where we have a lot of tutorials. There's some tutorials here as well behind the question mark button, but the YouTube channel, If you go there and subscribe or follow us on YouTube, you'll find a lot of videos which take you through how to record the likes of your movements, your calf registrations, and other areas and previous webinars covering medicines and remedies. You can also visit our website, obviously. I'm just going to actually show that to you now really quickly. So here's our website. It's just herdwatch.co.uk. If you pop up here, you can go to contact us, which includes all the help articles covering all the areas of the app, as much help as you need. We also have our cattle exchange, which is live at the moment. Do feel free to check that out if you do go to the website. It's just somewhere where you can actually advertise completely for free, and you don't even have to be a member of Herdwatch to use. It allows you to advertise animals that you have for sale, or if you're looking to purchase animals, you can see the listings that have already been put up there, and there might be animals in your locality or in your area that can help you to get in contact with in terms of buying and selling animals. So do check out our COVID cattle exchange as well, and that will hopefully help you to, like I said, find animals or sell animals if needs be. That's pretty much it for this evening. Thank you everybody for tuning in and joining us for today's webinar. We will have more webinars covering other areas in the series really soon. And do feel free to get in contact if we haven't been able to answer your questions this evening. Use the app to drop us a message or give us a call, or use any of the facilities that we have to get in contact, and we'll help you out as much as needed. Thank you very much, guys. Stay safe, and see you all again really soon.